What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news video on this Monday, the 13th of, I want to say November? It's March. 13th of March, last week before the international break, and it's a big week, Freiburg on Thursday, so make or break, your season could be completely done, basically. And Inter away on Sunday, also a big game because of the standings in the table, in Serie A table, and it's a big game, probably the biggest game of the season, each and every single season, basically. So it's a big week, but again, it wouldn't be Juve if there's not something to talk about which is not positive, and that's basically what we have been doing ever since the channel started. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification if you are new, and yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so today's video is obviously gonna be Pogba, as you can see on the picture, thumbnail and title, because that's the biggest story of the day. He picked something up in the last training, the day of the game, so Sunday. He picked something up and he was done. Like, he was not in the squad. Nobody knew the extent of the injury. Well, we know today. It's I even forgot the injury. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say muscle, whatever. Like, I forgot the injury now. But it's 20 to 30 days. So it's like in other cases, you might say, oh, good thing the international break comes now. 2 weeks, he misses this one. 3 weeks, he's ready to go after the break. But this is Pogba, so he's out for another month, and it's ridiculous at this point. It is. Like, let's be completely honest. Now, I must say this, because I think everybody saw the video from Romeo where he came out of J Medical and fans were outside, which I still find strange. Players there for bad news, basically, and you're standing out there asking for pictures, but whatever. And he was like, no. Like, usually he's the most happy guy there is. No matter what the situation is, he will always smile, and some might hate that, but he's always happy. He was down. He said, like, no, like, my head is not up to it now. Like, and he's down really bad at this moment in time, and I feel sorry for him because, again, I'm gonna talk about one part and then the club's part. He's not asking for these injuries. Like, it's just his body saying nope, 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 no, 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 over and over and over again. That's what's happening. Like, he's not asking for injuries. He's not asking to pick up an injury when he takes a free kick in training. Now there are reports that he tweaked his ankle, but it happened with a free kick. He's not asking for all these things, but they're all happening, injury-wise. And I felt sorry for him because, again, usually he's happy. He will always make time for the fans, always, no matter what. And he was like, no. And you can really see this time it broke him completely. It really did break him, because it's a stupid thing in training. Like, taking a free kick, like, it's ridiculous, but it's happening. And I feel sorry for him at this point, because he's not asking for this. Now, am I tired of the situation? Yes, 100%, because he's not available. We're paying him money. And again, I'm saying it for all players. Even if you're paying €1 a year, you're paying him money to do nothing. I'm not going to go on... how do you want to say that? Like, I'm not going to go on a mad debate or I'm going, crazy, mental, and I'm going on a complete rant about, his wages and blah, blah, blah. That's pointless because I've always said the club gave him the money. It's up to the player. Like, the player cannot do anything about it, because in our situation, like, if you are at a job and it's happening and you are sick, and at some point the boss, and it happens, it's real life, at some point the boss, like in some countries, not over here, but the boss will ask you, do this, and you're like, no, I'm not going to do this. You gave me that deal. like the Khedira one and the Ramsey one. Like, why would anyone give up money? Now, if he's a good guy, yes, he will do that. But I'm not expecting that. I will never ask that from a player saying, "Oh, give up your wages." No, because the club gave you the money, and keep in mind the club will throw out a player at any time they want. So it works both ways. You have seen what happened with Dybala. You can say, "Oh, this is not okay." With Del Piero, like the club doesn't care. They will throw you out at one point, you know. So the players shouldn't care for the same reasons. Look, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I cannot say the club be sitting here and be like, "Oh, it's good the club throw him out," you know, without wages or cut this way or whatever, and then turn around and say, "Oh, the player should be giving up money." You know, if he does that, good. You might say that's a good thing, but I will never go out and say, "Ah, it's a player." The club gave him the contract. We knew that. If you go back to the videos in the summer, I've said I wanted someone else. I made it very clear. I love Pogba because he's a fantastic player when he's fit. But I always added he cannot stay fit. Look at his track record. He cannot stay fit, you know. And you also have people now saying, "Oh, but we didn't sign him only for this season, but for 3 seasons." That's true. But his track record proves that he cannot stay fit. He hasn't stayed fit for 2 years. He'll probably not stay fit for the following 2 years to come. Because the proof is that there, excuse me, the evidence is there that he cannot stay fit. So it's a situation we need to deal with now. Is the club irritated? 100%, you know, 100%. I'm just going to say, don't believe Gazzetta dello Sport rumors because they're the biggest flip-flops out there. They spread misinformation, as has been proven the last couple of weeks. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. You have one day saying, "Oh, they're fed up of him. They want to tear up his contract." That's all not happening at this moment in time. But the club, I think, will have a serious conversation with him. But I was imagining that conversation, and what are they going to tell him? Don't pick up injuries? He's not asking for it. It's his body. Like, what are you going to do about it? He takes care of his body. He does. He's not like Hazard at Real Madrid who gained I don't know how many kilos, and you can see like, yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He takes care of his body. It's just, it is what it is. Same like Chiellini, he picked up the same muscle injuries. It is what it is. Not to that extent, of course, but some players have are injury prone, and it is what it is. The club knew that. I think it's very ridiculous to now say, "Oh, what's this? What is this?" You knew that. Like, we knew that when we signed him. So it's a very sticky situation. And again, I've seen Pogba for the first time completely done, broken. I've never seen him before like this. He was done. Like, he was basically saying, I can deal with it anymore. Like, he was really, really broken. And I felt for him when I saw him, because we saw him in the little cameo and we were all like, "Oh, that's Pogba, like quality." 20 minutes, not a lot of touches off the ball, but you can see, yeah, that's him. That's that guy. You know, that's why we like Pogba as a player. But this situation is getting out of hand now. And I think it will get worse. You know, it will get worse because when he comes back, it's April. It's April. Like, can you, like, he's out for a month. It's done. Like, when he comes back, it's April. And then there's 2 months left of the season to play. Barrenechea has more minutes than Pogba. And he joined the team like a couple of weeks ago. And we could go back to the injury and all those things, but he was always injury prone. You know, we knew that the injury in the summer was a one-off. Like, it's like how that happened. How does that happen? You know, injury, like muscle things and all. I get it, but that injury was a freak, and it all escalated from there. You know, because if he didn't pick up that injury and be out for a long time, he will probably be out because that's who he is. He will miss a few weeks here and there, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal, you know, because you would have accepted it, maybe not agree with it, but you would have made peace with the fact that, yeah, that's who he is now. But the big injury and the non-surgery and all those things, that's the biggest issue. That took way too much time of this. Like, they took away the entire season for him. not the little niggles here and there, because that's always going to be him. But if he played, let's say, out of the, I don't know how many games played. Let's say we played 35 games this season already. It's not true, I think, but let's say 35. And he would have missed, I think, like he would have played in 22 of them. I think that's realistic. I would have accepted that because I knew that's what we were going to get. But because he missed all of them because of a freak injury and non-surgery, all those things, that's the biggest issue. Not these niggles, not these 2-3 weeks, because that's always going to happen with him. That's the biggest issue. Now, do I believe in his talent when he's on the pitch? 100%. But he's not out there. It's an issue. It's a very weird situation. I'm not going to sit here and be like, tear up his contract and blah, 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 because that's not going to happen. It's pointless. That's not going to happen. But it's a bad situation. It is, And today, I really, really felt sorry for him because I saw it with my own eyes. He was completely broken. No smiles, no dancing, whatever you want to call it. Be happy with the fans. He was done, And that's just sad because, yeah, that's not him. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the situation. And will it ever come good? Not him being injury free, but again, like I said, let's say for a season with 50 games, he will play in 30 of them. You might say that's overpaying, but we knew that. We cannot really complain about that. You can complain about that, but it is what it is. But let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also join tomorrow because I will do a live show tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.